Hey, what's up? My name's Giold, and yes, I did it for Sound.com. I just released my second producer pack. It's called Bass and Tech House Volume 1, and of course, it's all about bass and tech house. So in the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna show you what's in it, what you can do with it, and how it actually sounds. Let's do it. So let's go through the audio samples first. You have bass samples, drum loops, single shots, FX, synths and sounds, and of course some vocal stuff. So everything is based around bass and tech house, whatever you want to make in this kind of like genre. It should fit, and there's some deep and dark sounds, more edgier sounds, and it's not too clean. It has all a little bit of character and of course the Thomas Cole signature sound to it. So let's listen to some of the sounds here. Bass. They are great for putting underneath some other sounds in breakdown sections where you want to build some tension. Then you have loops, of course, tempo, 126. All very housey, very groovy, 126 BPM, it's all key labeled. And we have some bass shots, also key labeled. Some dirty, nasty stuff. Actually, many of these samples are taken from my own productions, and I'm working with the sample pack myself for my productions, so you will find a lot of stuff which you might recognize from other tracks I've done. There's tons. Really subby, deep. Then we have the whops. Oh, let's get to the others. Yeah, loads of stuff in there. You can get very creative about those, or just use them for your productions. Put them in, maybe tune them to the key of your track, and then that's basically it. The whops are short and hard. Then let's get to the drum loops. I put in a little bit of a breakbeat loop section, which can spice up your breakdowns. Clap loops. And then we have groove kits, which is a very interesting section. I already had that in my Progressive House Volume 1 sample pack. These are grooves in a complete version and then split up into separate tracks. Let's check the first one. And you always have the full mastered and unmastered version. So you can see how it sounds if you just put together the different stems, and then if you really master them and finalize them, this is how it would sound. So unmastered, like this, and mastered. Yeah, and you can see there's all the single stems. Perfect to build your own groove. You can use some of, let's say, number 1, some of number 2, number 3, and just combine them to taste. And here we go with number 3. They all sound great already. So the single stems are already processed, and you don't need to do a lot. You just have to fit them into your production and then mix them in a little bit. Yep. Yeah, I love that one. So techy. Cool. Now we have fills, of course. Then we have hi-hat loops. Simple. So you can build a groove from scratch using kick loops, hi-hat loops, and put them all together and then develop your own kind of groove. Percussion loops, some free. You always can use those. Ride loops. and a couple of snares, plus some top loops. You see they are all tempo labeled, 124, 126, 127. Yeah, it's an arsenal of loops and grooves. So then we have the single shot section, we have claps, crashes, reverse crashes, hi-hats closed and open, kicks, attacks, which you just add to a sub kick and give the kick a little bit more punch and edginess and make it cut through the mix. Easy to combine, and then you take, let's say, a full kick. Some of those already have a good attack, but some of them you can just mix and match them with the attack section. We have some special kicks, old school stuff, reverse. These are character sounds if you want to use them for breakdown sections or for intros or create something which sounds a little bit different. And then I've added a bunch of, let's go back, tech house kicks. You can tell by the sound. These sounds are kind of used very often right now for tech house tracks, commercial tech house, and also for bass house. So you have big collection of kicks. Then we have percussions. Bum. Of course, some rides, snares, and toms. Yep, then there's a bunch of effects, Atmos, which you can use for creating tensions and some kind of vibe. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff there. Down sweeps. All kinds of clap impacts. For transitions, really nice. We have impacts, of course. Sub drops. We got noises here. All kinds of shots which you can use for drops to support the groove, then reverse effects. Some special effects. Yeah, and then we have uplifters like this. And risers, which are more tonal than just noises. Some of them are tempo labeled. Some just rise. Really nice to make those build-ups really pop and then get into a fat drop. I'm using those a lot. So we have some Atmo loops here. We have steps, brass steps. They should always be part of that bass and tech house stuff. All kinds of. You see I have 23 of them, it's a lot. Then music steps. More this synth stuff. And orchestra steps. So I processed all of these to make them sound fat and really ready to use. You don't have to do a lot, you just have to mix them in. It all has the Thomas Giold treatment already. As I said, I'm using these sounds a lot in my own productions right now, and I used to use those sounds. So it's really stuff I have used and it's tested and proved, you know. Then we have synth shots. You can use these shots to create melodies. Just drag and drop them into a sampler, for example, or use them as accents in your tracks. Then we have some vocal stuff. Just try stuff out with those, get inspired. They are just like ideas and starts. Some of them are very short. And you can create these kind of like very signature grooves, tech house groove. Nice stuff in there. Yeah. Yep, that's it. And we have one bonus section. It's called Crazy Horns, and that's just a bunch of samples which I created and which I had so much fun creating them, and I'm using them in some productions. These are horn sounds, actually quite popular, but a little bit with a twist to them. Not that clean. And a lot of reverb. Good stuff. Yep, and then we have a bunch of construction kits which are taken from my own productions. First one is Here We Go. I released that on Fanfare Records, and here you have all the stems, all the elements, so you can just take them, tweak them, mangle them, do whatever you want with them, process them, and just use them for your own productions. Maybe there's some inspiration you can get from them. And you see how I actually create my songs, what kind of elements I use. Then we have Ain't Seen Before. That's... And as I said, you get all the single elements here. The rim loop is, for example. Then you have the effects. Everything's in there. Everything you can hear in the demo is actually in the single stems. Then we have kit number 3. Yeah, that was a big track I put out a couple of months ago. Maybe you recognize it. And there are many of the stems I had in that production. Then kit number 4. Nice and groovy tech house. So that's pretty much it for the samples and audio section, and now let's get to the presets. So this is the Serum sound set. Presets for Serum. You got bass sounds, loads of them, some drums, some leads, some synths. Let's just play through them. The Donk 2021 sound. Nice. Embass. And as usual, I have programmed most of the mods so you can use them to tweak and mangle your sound. Easy way to get very creative. Yeah. Dirty bass start. Yeah, crank it up here. Downward. You can get really crazy with those mods, but you can also just do subtle changes to adjust them. Up to you guys. Then we got the drone sound. Dark and nasty. And we have the drone too. Nice. And as you see, there's a lot of bass stuff in here because it's all bass and tech house. It's more based around the bassy stuff. Yes. FM Glory and Hard Times. And then James Saw. Nice. Cool stuff. So you have groovy sounds for bass sequences, and you have also like effect sounds. Like this one. Organic sounds are in there too. You can Nice. And we got, let's say, tech bass. Some basses for this kind of like Chris Lake and Fisher bass house. Very popular. And they're all sounding great already. You just need to maybe compress them, maybe limit them and EQ them to taste so they fit into your arrangement and track. Whop me bass. Just take this bass, use it together with a kick and a kind of like hard sidechain. Pumping groove already. Yeah, brass shot. It's kind of like soft, but if you need the harder brass shots, check out the sample section. There's a bunch of them in them. Tom to make some grooves. Risers. You can of course tweak them. Yep, next one is the next section is the lead section. It's all kind of like techie and housey stuff. This fluty sound you can use for bass tracks and just add them on top of a bass line. Sounds pretty cool. Nice. I use these sounds myself a lot just to get inspired, and then I tweak them and I get them into the right direction. But it's a great source of inspiration, this set here. And let's see, another tech plug. Then you can open it up. Yeah, that reminds me of Ibiza, the old school house times. A melodic plug, maybe use it in a breakdown section for cool melody. Then you have an acid lead. You can use it as a sequencer. And the crazy horn. Again, this is kind of soft, but you find the bonus section in the sample pack, which has a bunch of like really crazy horns. And yeah, refer to that. One of these signature tech house sounds. Pluck bite. And we have the Red October, which is kind of like paddy sound. If you need something to spice up your breakdown section. And you can of course change the sound. Make it dark. And make it. Here we go, totally different. And dirty. Mysterious. Red October, and then we got a bunch more. Sequence 1, Sequence 2 for breakdowns or for drops, together with a nice bass sound and a kick. They give you a bunch of options here. This is something very simple. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. One more, talk to me. And Zitteral, German words. Yeah, that's the Serum sounds, and let's move on to the Sylenth presets. Yes, back again with the Sylenth preset section. You can see it's 50 presets here, ranging from bass to drum sounds, FX, organs, and plugs and synths. Let's just play some of them. The bass, 808 style. Always nice to have. Then you have the drone, which is kind of evolving. And you have the nice combination of low and high, which is so typical for this, the 2020 bass house sound. You can play melodies or bass lines. And then you have this one. It's busy. Another break drone, more distorters. You can open and close the distortion amount. Plucky bass sound. Another one. Nice. It's really good as a bass sound. But also if you need a top and melodic sound. Then staccato is cool. You have to play the staccato. And you get it. Simple tech bass. More analog sounding. Another like from the Fisher and Chris Lake section. Camp. More aesthetic. Then another combination of low and high. A little bit disharmonic, which is really nice. And a wah bass. The Yummy Bear. And we have toms, again to create grooves. Kicks, tech kicks. This is a very midish kick. That's why it's called mid kick. Then we have an open hi-hat. Very analog. And you can of course tweak it. A snare. If you want to go really like Kraftwerk sound, you have those in here. And then the typical tech kick. You have a bunch of them. All with a different character and sound, and you can of course tweak everything in there. So you're very flexible with your kick sounds, and then you can use of course or layer them with the sampled kicks in the pack. Nice techie sound. Make it groovy, or this one here. Nice for fills and transitions. And we have kind of an effect sound here. Organ section. Very nice organ. Next one is a churchy. You can always use organs if you make music, because it's kind of like very organic sound and you can always place them somewhere. So my light's going off right now. Let's just put this up. Next one, lyre orgel. You can hear a little bit of vibrato. And if you want to have more sustain, just tweak the decay here. Yeah. Then we have plucky pipes. A little bit subtle but really nice to add underneath stuff. Then we are coming to the plug section. Yep. And you can tweak the distortion, for example. This is nice, and then we have the big house synth sound. If you want to go a little bit more big room, then simple chords. And the mellow zapper. Nice to create grooves. Yes. The nasty mel. And the sequence me. If I sequence it, it would sound like. Tag lead. Tag lead 2. These are great for parts where you have a drum groove and a bass and you just need some melodic elements on top. Not too cheesy, not too commercial, but cool. And you can then just tweak them, add some reverb, or make the reverb bigger. Great. Yeah, you have a bunch of them here. This is a little more in your face. Yeah, the chicken sound. Cool. And if you open this up, it's very techy. Nice. And then you add some reverb. You can use that instantly for a big build-up. Nice one. So that's it. 50 presets for Sylenth. Hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like the whole bass and tech house producer pack on sound.com right now. Thanks for checking out the video, and I'll see you guys very soon. Ciao.